Hello, hope my mic's okay. Had enough issues today. I didn't give a player below a 7. No, I don't think I did either. No team has won by 6 this season from my memory in Prem. The only team that probably has is either Arsenal or Liverpool. Can't really think of anyone else that would even come close to that. So, yeah, huge achievement to not just win here, but get 6 goals too. The more goals you score in a game, it definitely helps with confidence. Because, we could have won today 1-0 and sure, it's 3 points on the board, but I don't think the team would be happy with that. Just a 1-0 win. Be feeling like, oh man, we really called it close there. 1-0. Man, we didn't get to take our foot off the gas throughout the whole thing. But winning by 4, 5, 6-0, you can be like, man, the game was done with half an hour left. Chelsea beat Wolves 6-2, unless you mean by 6 goals. He probably means by 6. Welcome to the chat, HDFC Vlogs. Big up. Phil Foden scored his 96th City goal for us today. So hopefully more on the way. Just gonna open up a tab on my computer. I've actually got a lot of tabs open here. Don't need them all. There we go. That's better. So who have we got in the chat? Rafinha to win Ballon d'Or. Interesting prediction. Why is Doku so inconsistent? Why can't he ball like that every week? He would win a Ballon d'Or. I know. Doku was really good today, and the whole team was, even the players on the bench came on and put a shift in and didn't do too bad. It's just Ipswich. Same Ipswich that drew to United, beat Chelsea, and beat Spurs, and drew to United, and only lost by 1 at the Emirates. Yeah, Ipswich are a good side, and I want to see them stay up because I think they'd be a good addition to the Premier League. To be honest, if I was saying anything to Ipswich, you can take positives out of the first 25, but I felt after our first goal, the second goal came quite soon, and after we got our second, I felt we were very much more in control, and when the third went in, we were sailing at that point. There was no doubt in my mind. So, today was a really good performance. In terms of the stats, 8 shots for Ipswich, 17 for us, 4 on target for them, 9 for us. 9 shots on target, which means 6 of them we converted, which is much better in terms of clinically. I can think of a good couple that were the ones that we didn't score, the Haaland 1-on-1, and if you remember when I think Haaland slipped it to Doku and then it got saved. I'm just trying to think of it there. So, look, much better in terms of clinicality. It's just Ipswich. Ipswich, they're a solid side, and this is only going to do the team good, in my opinion. Only going to do the team good in terms of confidence. Passing accuracy, 91%. And, getting 6 goals, so 68% possession, but 6 goals really is a big achievement for us to take because we haven't won. When was the last time we scored 6 apart from Salford? 6 goals in the Premier League. When was the last time we did that? Maybe last season, but still, that's been a while. Anyway, Edison in goal. I give him a 7 out of 10. Don't think he put it wrong tonight, Edison. I think everything he did, he did it right. I was really happy with Edison's performance. So big up to Eddie for putting in a solid performance, putting in a really good shift and performing. So big ups to Edison for a good game today. Maybe the first game this season, we didn't allow 2 big chances. Yeah, must be first game this season we didn't allow 2 big chances. Yeah, I can't really think of many moments where ball in and They were in 1-on-1. You know, Edison, really good in terms of catching the ball. You know, he was really catching the ball really well, Eddie, and there was so much to take from his performance. You know, he was so on it today. You know, I felt every ball into the box he caught really well. There was only one moment that he probably could have done better, and it was when a player had a shot and he almost spilled it. You know, initially he did spill it. A defender helped him though, cover up and pick it up. So, look, I'm not going to criticise him for that though. You know, a game where, you know, a game. You know, today is a good game that Edison put in for us today. I was really happy with it. Núñez, 7. For a midfielder that's filling out full back, he's not playing brilliantly, but he's doing a good job. He's doing a job which no one else can at the moment, so we get Cambiasso in, whether that's in the summer or in this month, I don't know. So, you know, I was really, really happy with Núñez today. You know, he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't perfect. Still got himself booked today. You know, which is something he needs to work on, his discipline. But again, I was really happy with him. Like, if a couple of chances slip down his side, it can kind of be expected. But that's why we got players that can help cover him. Akanji and Diaz, both 7s. I'm going to do these guys together because I felt like the games were very similar. They both had moments where they drive the ball forward up the pitch a bit. You know, they both had moments like that. And I felt they both had good moments today. Diaz and Akanji. No huge blocks. Connect your thoughts on the just Ipswich rubbish. Look, at the end of the day, Ipswich are a Premier League team that are solid. You know, they've got a good striker in Liam Delap who scored 8 goals this season, and for a team that's in a relegation fight, that shows Liam Delap's talent alone, and that means they've got a decent striker up top, and we managed to keep him quiet. Look, there's no doubt that Ipswich are in the lower bracket of Premier League teams. You ain't got to be a genius. They just got promoted. You know, there's no doubt about that. But to completely write them off because it's just Ipswich, you know, they've pulled good performances, especially at home this season. Let me read you out some of their home performances this season. So let's go from the top, shall we? From the beginning of the season. So 1-1 draw against Fulham. They're in the top 10. Fine for European football. 2-2 draw against Villa. Villa in the top 10. Fine for European football. 1-1 draw against United. United haven't been up to the races this season, but it's still a 1-1 draw against Manchester United, a team when United would be expected to beat Ipswich, but they held them. 2-0 win to Chelsea. A good win. And a 3-0 win against Bristol Rovers. And, you know, they should be beating them. Look, 2-0 against Chelsea, a 1-1 draw against United. These are big games that they're just missing out on. And even games that they didn't win, like Liverpool 2-0 against them. From what I remember, Ipswich had a really good first half against Liverpool. They really gave it a big go on them, you know, from my memory. You know, so losing 2-0 to Liverpool wasn't that bad. They were beating us at one point at the Etihad, I'd like us to remember. Let's keep moving. Really unlucky against Brentford to lose 4-3. managed to only lose 1-0 to Nottingham Forest and to a penalty. Forest, who are tied second in the league in terms of points. Let's keep having a look. 1-0 against Arsenal at the Emirates. Look, the point is they're a good team. All right, and the thing is, cool. Ipswich are a good team. They're just not the best team in the league, and because City beat them by 6-0 or whatever, that's why people say it's just Ipswich or whatever. TBH, every team coming up now are not Premier teams. The gap is too big. By definition, they are Premier League teams. Edison's so efficient on crosses today. Agreed. Ain't Arteta embarrassing? Complaining about time wasting yesterday ruins the game. Another trophy this season. A part of me can't be bothered with Arteta and some of the things he comes out with. Moving on to Josko, again, I felt the whole back line today was solid today. Like, did Ipswich slip through us a couple times? Yes, but we covered up really well. And I was... we'll see about that one, but that would be great. The whole back line did good. Clean sheet today as well, by the way. Just want to say that, it's good to get the clean sheets in because we need them. Ipswich, they're a side that bears a threat. Can I just say we are not favourites for the next couple of games? Well, I would like to talk about that because PSG, I agree we're not favourites because, well, PSG, difficult team, although they are lower than us in the Champions League. But the Premier League, look, if Chelsea lose to Wolves tomorrow night, they are 6th in the league, below us. And if they lose tomorrow, then it would have been 6 Premier League games winless. So we might be favourites going against Chelsea. I'm not going to lie. Doesn't mean I'm going to be on my high horse thinking Chelsea, swat them like flies or whatever like that. I'm still going to be nervous for it and all that. But PSG, I definitely agree. But in terms of Chelsea's form, yeah. I really want Etihad to be a fortress the next game. Please, come on, everyone who's going, let's beat Newcastle, Chelsea, Bruges, and Liverpool at the Etihad. You see, that is the type of thing that the Etihad needs to be. It needs to be the place that difficult games happen at and we rise on top, It's like, imagine how you used to think about Liverpool at Anfield. You wouldn't dream to get a win there. Of course, well, maybe you dream, but that's all it would be because Liverpool would be able to hold you really well at Anfield, And even this season, to be fair, they've only lost one game this season and it was at Anfield, but other than that, they've been essentially flawless at Anfield. 5:32, lovely time. All big games should be on it then, in my opinion. Yeah, I think 5:30 is the perfect time for big games, to be honest. It's in that perfect middle ground, I'm not the biggest fan on 8 o'clock kickoffs. Don't dislike them, but 5:30, it's like the golden zone for it, the golden time. Call it what you wish. I don't know, it just feels good. It feels right. Spurs have won one game in Prem since 4-0. Spurs exist to beat us. I know. It's not even a joke, man. They actually just exist to be a thorn in our side. Genuinely. Now then, I want to move on to the double pivot. I had so many doubts about this. I was really not happy, to say the least, that these two started. But I thought Kova and Gundo were actually really, really good, to be honest. I thought they were super solid in that pivot, and I thought it worked like a charm. Now then, is this something that should be practiced? Hey, if you can perform like that every game, sure, why not? But, I don't know, against against bigger teams like PSG and Chelsea that might challenge you a bit. I don't know if it's going to work, but today it worked like a charm. It was brilliant, and it really helped split up the play. And I was super worried. I remember MCFR or This Is This even. You came into my chat and you must have done something like Kova and Gundo pivot with like puking emoji or something like that. And I was similar. I didn't want it either. I really didn't, because it's a big thing. The pivot, most times we've watched it, it's not been nice to watch, to say the least. Gundo's looked leggy, doesn't look like he's got the legs, but today looked more like it from the both of them. I give Kova an 8 mainly because of the goal contributions he got. He got 2 goal contributions. The assist was lovely, and the goal was lovely too. Both goal contributions were really nice. So yeah, Kova and Gundo were just really good, and I was really happy with that pivot. And I'm more than happy to give it another go in another game. If it happens against PSG, I will still be nervous, but I'll be more willing for it, I suppose. But I'm going to be nervous for PSG no matter what, because that's huge for the Champions League. That could be seen as make or break. Moving on to the final 4. Foden, 8.5. I thought he was so good today, Phil. Look, first 25 minutes were very difficult. Ipswich put us under pressure, and we really had a tough time. But the run Phil Foden makes into the middle of the area cannot be understated for his first goal. And second, that run I don't feel gets done enough, to be honest. Haaland's at back post ready for a dinked corner and dinked ball into the box. Kusanov trained yesterday and will be announced tomorrow. Yes, I've heard the same. Apparently Vitor Reis has also trained yesterday, from what I've heard. Hope maybe they'll both get announced tomorrow. It might be a double announcement. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm excited for that, and hopefully I'm going to be live the moment it gets dropped. I'm really excited to see that, because those two in the club, it's been a little bit of a saga. Not in terms of the transfer saga was quite short, dealt with it quite quickly and calmly. But yeah, maybe that boosted the players. I don't know. Maybe I'm not trying to say anything or anything like that, but maybe it feels bad saying it, but I don't know, maybe the lack of presence from Kyle Walker. I'm not saying that he's been causing problems in the changing room or anything like that, but maybe he's just been a bit moody because he's not happy. I don't know. Okay, because he's wanted to leave and all that. Looks like that is going through, by the way. So look, I don't know. Maybe the players are just feeling good now because that's actually coming along a bit. But yeah, I don't know. Spot on, Connect. Unbeaten 2025, 1-6-0. Haaland 10-year contract, 3 new players with more to come. City back. I'm hoping so. Everything you just said feels good. Unbeaten in 2025. Let's keep it that way. We still got, today was brilliant today and easily one of the best performances of the season. But I feel like we can take it further. I swear every time McAtee plays, he scores or makes a goal. If we let him go and we don't put a buyback clause on him, we're silly. If we let him go, we're silly. We should just keep him. Keep him as a serious option. I don't think McAtee would be so unhappy if he was getting actual, worthwhile minutes, because I don't think he'd be so unhappy about not starting if he was at least being trapped like an option off the bench and not just someone to warm up the bench, if you get what I'm saying. because he hasn't even been tracked like an option. He's just been sitting there like a mannequin, and that's not a diss on McAtee. It's a diss on Pep, if anything. You know, he could have left on loan or even got sold in the summer, but he decided to fight for his spot, and Pep hasn't really given him the recognition that maybe he deserves. That he definitely deserves, because look at him now. Got a goal today. Really nice run, and Kova, lovely little dink into him as well, and we'll speak about that. But Phil Foden, so much better. 7 G&A in his last 4 games. It's looking a lot more like him, the him we knew at the end of last season. So I'm really happy with Phil Foden and that performance. It was just really good, to be honest. You know, in terms of what he could have maybe done better, what could Phil Foden have done better today? There was one moment. I'm trying to remember it. I'm sure it'll come back to me. But, yeah. When he had a shot instead of playing it through to Gundo, it found its way to Gundo, but it was clearly a shot. It just a little thing, you know. I'm not saying, not cursing him for it or anything like that. But look, I believe this is up to date, but today's performance brings him up to 9 goals, 4 assists for the season, which is good. You know, it's 13 G&A. Last season he got, I think, like 36, so he's still a long way off that, and I'd be surprised if he gets that. Marmoush and Bob are going to be added to this. City 0 and United 3. I'm going to guess that's for the ladies' team. 3-0 already. I saw that getting advertised. Man, we've been dominant on the ball as well. Just seems like they've been all over us. Shame. Marmoush and Bob getting added to this. Dreamland. But onto my man of the match, Kevin De Bruyne. I thought he was stunning. 3 assists today, I believe, was the final number. He was so good. And even in previous games, he's been so good. You know, I think against Brentford, he was like my contender for man of the match. I think I tied him with Nathan Ake, basically. He made so many chances then, and he made so many chances today, and got 3 assists because of it. We rewarded his efforts. And I couldn't be happier. Just making sure it was 3 assists, nothing more. 1, 2, and 3. 3 assists from KDB. He was brilliant today. So happy for him, for the chances he made, and we partly win the game because of him. Helps create, I believe, all 3 goals to some extent. So well done to KDB for his great performance. Doku, you know what's so great about his performance today? Not just the goal and the assist that he got, which are both very nice. Also, the fact that I think you'll find on most goals, if you go back and watch the highlights, Doku plays the pass into the man that assists the player. I believe he plays the ball into De Bruyne for the first goal. I believe he plays the ball into Foden for the second goal, which leads to Kovacic. And instantly, that's two key bits of play he's had in 2 extra goals. So in some shape or form, 4 goal contributions in a sense. You know, I know not literally, but you get what I'm saying. It was really good from Kovacic and from Doku, I thought, today. And if he could perform, like you said, if he could perform like this every week, it would be an absolute pleasure to watch Jeremy Doku in a City shirt. And he just needs to nail consistency. That is Doku's issue, because today he looked amazing. Looked so happy. I didn't really like the fact that he was in the starting 11. I thought that it should have been Savinho, because I've been really happy with Savinho recently. He's been developing so much better. You know, clearly a bit of confidence maybe since that goal he got against Leicester. But Doku, I thought today, so good. And he's played like that every week. Then, boy, we got ourselves a player, haven't we? Moving on to the striker, Erling Haaland, 6.5. Not because he was bad or anything, or because he's worse than anyone else. I think if he buries the first chance he gets, maybe I'm being harsh, but if Barry's that first chance, then he goes up to 7.5 maybe. The run he makes for Doku's clearly screaming for that ball to go to him, and he gets it. The finish is tidy, and if he didn't score that, I think I'd blow up. But out of the chances he got 2 chances to memory today, Erling Haaland, and he took one of them, which is good from him. So very happy. Very, very happy with Erling Haaland today on a whole, and what a way to celebrate getting a 9.5-year contract. So big ups to him. Grealish 6, and no moments of memory to me. No memorable moments, just knocking the ball around, really. Can't really think of anything else, to be honest. Nothing really to say on Grealish. McAtee 7. We let this guy go, we will live to regret it. And if we let him go and we let another team swipe him up, we'll live to regret it anymore. No matter what club he goes to next, I guarantee the next club he goes to will be a step up. So if he goes to Dortmund, whether he comes back to us, we activate buyback clause or something, or he joins a different big team, I guarantee you the next club he goes to will be a step up from whatever team he goes to. Because it's so obvious that he's a good talent, It's so obvious. So obvious. The one real chance he got today, he scored. It's a great run into the box, and Kovacic's dink, it can't go understated. It's a lovely dink from Mateo Kovacic, I was really happy with that ball. It's just so clever, so tidy, and we could probably use a bit more of that. But today, this season, he's got 5 goals for us this season, McAtee, in less than, trying to do the math now, do a quick bit of math. He's gotten 5 goals in just over 5 matches worth of minutes. That's 5 goals in 5 games, essentially. Gareth Taylor is embarrassing. The women's squad is so good, and he's a usual bottle drop. The women's football version of Arteta. How long has he been on the job? I don't really keep too much track on women's football, I'm not going to lie. But I know we got like a class striker, to be fair. Hey, 3-1 now. I know we got a class striker. Oh, is she not on today? Oh, no, never mind. I was looking at the wrong side. Oh, is she not on today? Like Shaw or something, I believe. And I know we just signed someone. I can't remember her name. I think since 2019, bottles the league every season. Ouch. 2019. Let's have a quick drink. I can't see Bunny Shaw now. Weird. Maybe she's suspended or something. I don't really know. Didn't even play against Ipswich. Maybe it's an injury. Must be. How are you, by the way? I'm feeling good. How couldn't I be after this? I feel so good after a 6-0 win. Yes, exactly. I'm feeling great. Mubama today, I thought, look, I don't think Ipswich really gave him an inch. I thought on the ball he looked decent, and physicality, he seems to really have physicality because he was really giving some players a go. Won a foul, I believe, at one point. So I was happy with Mubama. It was nothing spectacular. Didn't really get a chance to get a goal, so can't really criticise him for not taking chances. So, very happy with Mubama and how his progression is going. Hopefully, maybe he gets some more minutes as the weeks go by. Score if we kept our players on. If we kept our players on, and assuming that, I think it only would have become 7. I think we probably would have gotten one more and then really put our foot off the gas and just kind of controlled the game from that point onward. I think it would have become 7. But you can obviously understand the subs. Subs were a lot better today, by the way, giving academy players minutes to impress and yeah, giving Academy minutes time to impress the club and shine a little bit, feel good about themselves. Marmouche better fly out soon. Yeah, I'll try and join your stream if you do that tonight. Whenever you do that, I'll try and join your stream because got no watch along tomorrow, so I should be able to join your stream. I've wanted to join one of the flight ones. Man, I wish I was there for the Kusanov one because that's got like 2.3k views last I checked, and it probably got more now. So big ups to you to that. This is your most popular one, I believe. So huge for that. Nico Riley, thought he was good when he came on, so I've given him a 6.5. You know, I thought passing, he was really nice. Made some good runs, made some good balls forward, and yeah, again, just really happy with what he was doing. Nico Riley, I think he's a top talent. Use him more, and you'll see that that it will really go in your favour, in my opinion. So for me, we should be using him more, absolutely. I think people love the Kusanov one because it's hilarious. Average duration showed it. Mac Aviation hate is an illness. Oh my lord, man. Blinking heck. Nico and Enrico Lewis. It didn't mess up to my knowledge, so fair play to him. Not much more to say. You know, similar to Grealish, no memorable moments. And yeah, Nico right. And I keep getting the Nico and the Rico mixed up. Rico Lewis, good stuff from him. Getting some minutes. Hasn't started the last game or so. But look, keep playing well. Keep playing when you've been needed. And I'm sure you'll find your way back into the starting 11 eventually. Anyways, big ups for tuning in, MCFR, or This is City. Big ups to everyone else that tuned in. I believe Glimpse are in here, HCFC Vlogs. But this stream, for a match review, 47 views is pretty good. So big ups to everyone that's contributed towards that as well. Big ups on a whole. Huge win today. Huge win. Very happy about that. And sorry, Rico. Fair play. Anyway, though, thank you all. It's a great performance by City, and I want it to carry through to PSG. Will it, though? We'll see. Beware for the match preview, which will be on the way. More transfer news, as I'm sure will come, about Cambiasso and maybe Douglas Luiz, as we appear to be interested in him. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Stream was great as usual. Great fun. I'll see you in the next one.